I love to open new packages. I want to give you the latest information on top funding opportunities for entrepreneurs who are seeking funding. Come along with me. I'm Coach Racquel, and this is a passion project for me. So I am so happy to bring this to you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. Oh, hello. So we're here again and live for the second time. I'm Coach Racquel. Welcome to Refresh, Relax, Renew podcast. Hang on there. Yeah. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Coach Racquel. It's my pleasure to be here, and we're going to get straight into it, all right? Because I'm the only one here maneuvering all of these things. So, hello. Hope you're having a good evening. Now, let's go to our Stay Motivated clip.
Don't call me motherfucking trying to talk to me, find out some shit, talk about some gossip. Don't call me with no bad news. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't calling me to uplift me, if you ain't calling me to I'm not 911, I'm not in the mood. Don't call me unless there's some love on the other end of the phone. Matter of fact, I'm working. I don't want nobody to call me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody do them. And
That's right. Everybody do them, okay? Don't nobody call me unless there's some love on the other end of the phone. You heard the man, all right? Yes, my controls are over here, so bear with me when I'm looking over there. How are you doing? Oh my goodness, how is your day going? How has it been? How is the evening? For those who are watching, and it's late evening because we start 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, how is it going where you are? Or is it morning where you are? Or midday? Whatever time of day it is, how is your day going? It is my hope that it's going very, very well, that you're experiencing a lot of joy, good times, good moments, good company, good food. Yes. All right. So I just want us to take a moment, check in with yourself, not the version of that performs, but the real authentic version of you, the real you, the version of you that lives. All right. Yes. Now we're going to go straight into our reflective moment. But before we do, let us just tell you a little bit about this podcast and what we are about. So let's go to that video. If I can find it.
Unlock your potential every Thursday with our podcast, Refresh, Relax, Renew. Join Coach Racquel as she guides you through personal development journeys. Each episode focuses on actionable steps to enhance your personal journey. The podcast features 3 main segments to keep you engaged. We start with discussions on trending topics relevant to your growth. Then we unbox solutions to common challenges we face daily. Finally, stay updated with fresh funding opportunities each week. Tune in every Thursday for new episodes, and see you there.
All right. Oh my goodness. It's now time for us to go to a reflective moment where I'm going to be sharing with you something from my book of prayers. Yes. So every episode, I like to share a reflective moment, either from my book, Poetic Emotions, or from my book of prayers. And today I'm going to be choosing my book of prayers. And I also, after sharing this with you, I have a song I'd like to share with you that I think, oh my gosh, I think it's going to inspire you. So let's get it in, make sure it's here. But this song, I actually published it today. Yes. And which one should I play? Should I play the one with the lyrics? Nah, I'm gonna play this one because I just want you to think on it. I want you to think about it. All right. So we're gonna share prayer, and then we're gonna go to our song, and then we're gonna go to our ASMR moment. All right. So today's reading is from my book Prayers. Yes, Prayers. And the one I'm reading to you, wow, this is one of my favorites. The Good Life. It's titled The Good Life. Grand Rising, Father God. Thank you for loving me. Today, I am thankful for food and provisions within my reach. Thank you for household facilities, machinery, and inventions that enable me to live a luxurious living environment and enable me to have a luxurious living environment. Thank you for my support system, the people I work with, and living companions who provide camaraderie that help me enjoy living in this world. Calm down, Racquel. It's okay. This is my second time live. I'm like tense. I'm like, relax, calm down. Calm down, calm down. You can make mistakes. It's okay. Breathe. Yes. Thank you for financial security and freedom so that my mind can be at peace as I thrive, enjoy everything this world has to offer, and explore the world's and its adventures. Today I thank you for all the wonderful, amazing, life enhancing resources produced by your people to help us live meaningful, rewarding, and fun loving life experiences. Thank you for vacations, luxurious escapades, and experiences that bring me so much joy. Your grace blows my mind. Thank you, Father, for a good life. Beautiful. I think that was so beautiful. We have to, well, let me say this. For me, when I pray, it's like affirmations for me. I don't talk about problems. I talk about solutions. I decree and declare solutions over my life, and not just regular solutions, big solutions, desire the solutions that I actually desire. I want to live a luxurious life, a life full of glow and joy and traveling and good food, healthy food, stuff like that, right? So that's what I pray for. I don't pray problems. I pray for the solutions, for the outcome that I seek. And I'd encourage you to think about doing the same thing. I don't tell you what to do. That's not my job. But I certainly encourage you to think about it, right? We don't have to talk about the problems all the time. We want to speak into being the solutions that we seek. All right. All right. So remember, I'm Coach Racquel, and thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Refresh, Relax, Renew, episode 41. Now, let's go to this music I want to share with you. I published this song today. It is my hope that you like it because it means so much to me. So I really, truly hope you like it. Let's set up the background, right? Let's set it up properly. All right. Hang on. I'm so psyched. Hang on. All right. This is a moment. Let me take in this moment. I've had so many songs, so much music locked up in me for such a long time. And finally, I'm at a place where I'm able to release it so others can experience and hear it and enjoy it, hopefully. So it is my hope that you enjoy this song. The title of the song is Our Father, Hear My Prayer. All right, so let's go.
Our Father, Holy Almighty One, I place my life in your hands. Thank you for the breath inside my lungs, for every blessing this earth provides, for the gardens that feed me, for the river
Hallelujah.
For the love that surrounds me
More than I know.
more than I ever know.
Woo.
Watch over me, Lord, wherever I go, through the valleys low
And the mountains high
Protect me from danger, seen and
and
unseen.
unseen.
Be the light that guides my eyes when the road gets rough and my faith grows thin.
Hallelujah.
Remind me you're still in control. Our Father, Holy Almighty One, keep your hand upon my soul.
Hallelujah.
Oh, yeah. Protect me from the people I love who may not wish me well. Shield me from the traps and storms that I cannot always tell. From
Hallelujah.
destruction and delay, from misery and fear. Walk beside me every day and help me persevere. Watch over me, Lord, wherever I go, through the valleys low and the mountains high. Protect me from danger,
Seen and unseen.
Be the light that guides my
My
eyes when
eyes.
the road gets rough and my faith grows thin.
Hallelujah.
Remind me you're still in control. Our Father, Holy Almighty One, keep your hand upon my soul. Yeah. Teach me patience, teach me grace, teach me kindness every day. Help me trust your perfect timing even when I lose my way. Open doors that need to open, close the ones not meant for me. Give me strength to do what's right and courage to believe. Provide enough for all my needs
Hallelujah.
and enough to freely share. For my home and health, my travels and dreams,
Hallelujah.
and the burdens that I bear. For emergencies tomorrow, for the blessings yet unseen. Help me build a life of purpose,
Hallelujah.
rooted strong and evergreen. Most of all, Lord, guard my mind, for that's where battles
That would be
start. Create in me a clean heart and renew my wandering thoughts. Replace my fear with wisdom, replace my doubt with peace. Let the words I speak and thoughts I keep bring favor over me. Watch over me, Lord, wherever I go, through the valleys low and the mountains high. Protect me from danger, seen and unseen. Be the light that guides my eyes when my journey here is over and I've done all I can do. I'll lift my voice and thank you, Lord, for
Hallelujah.
every prayer you carried through. Our Father, Holy
Almighty One,
I place my life in
in
your
your
hands.
hands. Thank you,
Thank you.
Lord.
For hearing every word
Hallelujah.
and loving me just as I am.
Just as I am. Oh my God. Wow. beautiful song. I wrote that song. That song is actually inspired by my book, Prayers. And one of the actual prayers that is inspired by is the one that I shared for you. I didn't even plan it, I just opened it and it was on that one. Oh, glory to God. It is my hope that you enjoyed that song. I did. I did. Now let's I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Ah, Lord, I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Now we're going to go into our ASMR. Right. All right, that was our ASMR moment, and now we are moving on to allegedly. All right, stay with us.
And now, allegedly, where we slow the story down. This is about insight versus impact, learning from what we observe. Instead of paying the price ourselves, their experiences become our education. So growth doesn't have to come with damage.
All right. All right. All right. So, thank you so much for staying with us. It's my pleasure to be here with you today. And I just want to say good evening, everyone. Welcome to Refresh, Relax, Renew. I'm your host, Coach Racquel. This is a space where, let me hang on here. So, this is a space where we slow down, think deeper, and find growth opportunities hidden inside everyday life. Tonight, we're talking about rebuilding after mistakes, rebuilding after criticism, rebuilding after disappointment, and rebuilding after life doesn't go according to plan. All right? Because every setback does not have to become a stopping point. Sometimes it becomes a turning point. Take a deep breath and let's begin. Now, it's time for allegedly growth to gossip. All right. Now, um, allegedly is where truth meets opinion and headlines meet hard questions. And welcome to allegedly. And I just want to say that this segment is not about demeaning anyone, speaking negatively on anyone. It's about breakdowns that inspire our breakthroughs, inspire our self work, so we can experience breakthroughs in our lives. All right. So before we even get into the topic, let's just go to our fair use statement that I'll just go through. So, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All right? Yes. Now, let's get into the topic of the day. Let me see if I can get a different camera angle. Oh, this isn't bad. Yeah, this is a good angle. All right. So tonight's allegedly asks a bigger, sorry, the topic for today, we're looking at Tasha K, Cardi B, accountability and reinvention. And as I say that, there is actually a clip I need to import. So just give me a second to do that. But we're going to be talking about the Tasha K thing and the legal issues she had with Cardi B. And the reason I find this important to talk about is as I listen to the different discussions and commentaries, is that what it's called? People who are commenting on it, as I listen to people talk about it and stuff, I just find it interesting and I thought, I'd like to say something about it. I would like to say something about it. So this is me taking an opportunity to just share my thoughts on it, add my voice to the conversation, right? So tonight's allegedly asks a bigger question than whether someone was right or wrong. What happens after a mistake? Can someone recover from public failure? Can someone chart a new path after a costly decision? And perhaps most importantly, how do we avoid becoming the very thing that once hurt us? Now, before I go even further, I would just like to say this, right? So just to kind of give an idea of what I'm talking about with regards to Cardi B and Tasha K. So Tasha K is a blogger, global, well-known, international, I would say. And all of this is my own understanding of what's happening. As you can see, I'm not reading this from the script, right? But Tasha K is a well-known blogger, one of those that I listen to. I can't listen to her all the time because I'm someone who, I don't handle aggression well, and I don't like harsh critique of people. Like when I say harsh critique, I mean, I think it's okay to comment on something and even to critique it. The challenge for me sometimes is if those critique becomes too, if I feel like it's going overboard, or if I feel like it's so damaging or so harsh, it's aggressive, it's very difficult for me to listen. So I love Tasha K, but I'm not like, and I'm a subscriber, but I'm not someone who listens deeply or all the time. I listen what I can listen and I get off because she's very passionate and she goes in, and I've seen a lot of growth in her. But anyway, so Tasha K is an international blogger, media personality, and someone who has built a business, a successful multi-million-dollar business around her brand, right? And she has multiple brands, right? And there was a case where she had I think it was an interview that she held with someone where Cardi B was discussed. And apparently it was something that was prolonged, and it was something to do with a sexual transmitted infection. I'm not going to go directly into what exactly it was because I don't think it's relevant to what I'm going to be talking about. But it became legal. It was in court. Cardi B won, I think approximately 4 million, and all of this is alleged. Remember the name of the segment? Allegedly. All right. So everything here, all of what I'm saying is alleged. But it went to court. They had a settlement, and Tasha K has been making payments because she's discussed this on her program and everything. However, what has been happening is, based on my understanding of what is happening, there's some comments that I've heard reportedly coming from Cardi B, and I'm listening to people talking about the issue, and I realize that persons are coming at Tasha K in such a way like, as though she deserves whatever comes, as though if she loses everything, well, it was your fault, and I'm not saying it isn't, but this is it, right? I always say this, and I even said this in the Sean Combs case. There's no need to use a hammer to kill an ant. Because what happens is when you use a hammer to kill an ant, the aunt becomes the victim because onlookers are now thinking, oh my gosh, that was harsh. You could have just swat it, you know? You can just swat the ant and it's dead. So why get an entire hammer? Like to what degree do you need this thing to suffer, right? And that's where, for me, the issue comes in. Where when I'm hearing reportedly or allegedly statements such as going towards Tasha K from the Cardi B camp, allegedly stating her kids will never see college doorway. She's coming for blood, things like that. First of all, this is business. It's business. It's not personal. And even if it gets personal, it is still business. And then number two, it went to court and the judge decided approximately 4 million. So this is it, right? For the heartache that Cardi B had to suffer, she got compensated, or she is being compensated, correct? So why do we need to go further? Remember now, this is not money Tasha K owed Cardi B. Cardi B did not take out $4 million, lend it to Tasha K, and no need to receive it back. No, this is 4 million on top of what she had that she never had before. So you're being compensated for your pain, the trauma, whatever it cost you, you're being compensated. So now why do we need to talk about the kids? For what? Why is it? And this is where I say we have to be so careful not to become that which we despise. So for me, I remember I left a comment on one of the bloggers because I thought the blogger was going like, and Tasha K did this. And I'm sitting here like, people make mistakes. As a matter of fact, let me say this a different way. I hope we make mistakes. How else do we grow? How else do we grow if we make no mistakes? And I think we're treading dreadfully close to the line of saying everyone must walk in a particular place that we like to call their place. How do we create new pathways if we don't explore? If we don't color outside the lines? If we don't break the lines? Of course, there are consequences. There was a 4 million consequence. I don't see why blood is needed. This is $4 million that she has to take out of her money to give to someone who she never owed any money. You've been compensated for your pain. And we need to know when we've won. So as I'm listening, and I left a comment. The comment I left was, we have to be, Cardi B should be cautious not to put herself in a predicament where the universe starts feeling, hang on here, what are you doing? Because sometimes victims can cause themselves to become perpetrators. We don't want that. You want to remain a victim. I'm not saying this is not about whether or not Tasha K is right or wrong. We're looking at lessons from the ongoing Cardi B and Tasha K legal battle and what it teaches us about accountability, reputation, business decisions, and rebuilding after setback. So when I saw all of that happening, I for the first time, because usually I very seldom leave comments. Why? Because I'm really not a fan. I'm not necessarily like a loyal viewer of bloggers or whatever, but from time to time I will watch because I want to know what's going on. And sometimes I'm bored, and it's entertaining sometimes when it's not cruel, But I remember there were persons replying to me. Well, some liked it, and the host replied and was saying, so is it okay for her to lie on her? I never said that. I'm saying a compensation has been allocated. She has won $4 million. I don't see the need to go for blood. What are we trying to do here? This young lady should never work again. She should never thrive again. She should never. So what are we teaching our kids about invention? What are we teaching our kids about going hard? What are we teaching our kids about? Yes, according to their reports, the person who Tasha K interviewed told a lie, and multiple times Tasha K was asked to pull the video down. She did not. But I understand all of that. I understand all of it, and that's why she's paying for it. In many ways, I don't necessarily think Tasha K was as wrong as we're trying to make it seem. I'm not saying she was right either for the pain and the trauma that it caused Cardi B. What I'm saying is the part of her being what is that? Driven. The part of her being a driven entrepreneur, someone who believes in what she did, and she's thinking, no, I did this. I know. She's thinking what she did was positive. I think in her mind, she's thinking, I'm not lying. I did an interview. I interviewed somebody else, right? Tasha K is not the only blogger. Look at what happened to Megan, the Sussex lady. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Meghan Markle, the wife of Harry, from the royal family, according to the world. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just don't feed into those things, right? But look at what the media did to her. Look at other people that the media come at. Heck, people will come at me at some point. So what I'm saying is I could understand her being driven and defending her work, even though that defense brought her over the line. But that's why we have a justice system, for when we have people who are eager and excited. Yeah, there are consequences for their actions, and she's paying the consequences. So though I would never have wished this for Cardi B. She doesn't deserve it, right? And rightfully so, she took it to court. But what I don't want missed is that this was not just like a personal attack. This was a young woman who was doing business. We want when you go into business, as a matter of fact, as a business person, you have to be enthusiastic. You have to be driven. You have to defend your work. Sometimes you don't even know that sometimes the work you're defending probably does not need defense. It happens. But again, that's why there is consequence. And the consequence, I'm saying, should be enough. The $4 million approximately, or reportedly, should be enough. I don't see why we need to now say we're going for blood. And I have seen for myself, I've seen videos of Tasha K begging Cardi B. I've seen videos of her literally talking about how much she's changed. She's working on herself. She's trying to become a better person. Her platform has grown since and evolved since. Because there was a time I was listening to Tasha K since she just started, but I could never go in depth because she has the gift of a gab man. I'm telling you, she'll go into a story and wring it inside out, you know? For me, like once you start feeling for me like, this is an unnecessary negative pursuit of a story, I'm out, right? But all I'm trying to say is when I sit back and I'm watching people come at Tasha K, like, you know, what she did to Tasha K with Cardi B was such a new thing. It's not new. This is media. Sometimes the hosts go too far. That's why we have consequences, and the consequences should suffice. So that's all I'm saying. We have to also be cautious that we're not saying that people should not be hungry, that people should not be passionate, and people should not go hard. Because I do think people should. And sometimes I wish I wasn't such a coward. I wish I would go hard, because guess what happened now, right? And it's so weird because, like I said, I'm not someone who necessarily comments often on people's thing. But when I saw what was happening, I actually went on Tasha K's video and I left a prayer. I just prayed for abundance for her, because I feel like we want entrepreneurs to know that it's okay to go hard. In business, there will be consequences. You're going to make mistakes. You cannot avoid making mistakes. You will never grow. So while I'm not in support of the pain of what happened to Cardi B, but I'm saying she's been compensated. I don't think we need to go as far as to say her kids. How does the kids get into this? I just don't think that is necessary. I don't think it's necessary. But you see, this is why we have to be careful, because guess what happened now? Or cautious. No, Tasha K has been blessed with a syndication contract. Who knows? Because she already is very popular. She has a very large and strong platform. Who knows if her show is not going to now become the number one show in the United States? And when Cardi B herself wants to promote her music or whatever she has to do, she may have to sit and think, "Oh my gosh, I might have to go to Tasha K." I think oftentimes we go beyond the boundaries of punishment to the point where we kill our soldiers. You don't want to kill the soldiers. You might want to punish them or discipline them, but you don't want to kill them. And I think too often that's what we do. Somebody who's passionate, someone who's driven, need guidance. That's it. They need guidance, discipline. She's gotten disciplined. She was disciplined by the court. Now she has to pay $4 million. Let the girl live. I have this thing, right, that I truly, truly believe. There should be specific programs that protect the rights to earn, protect the rights of perpetrators to earn. Even if it's a murderer, even if it's a rapist, no matter who the person is, there's a reason the Bible says, let the wheat and tares grow together. This is how I look at it, right? I take the love your neighbor like you love yourself real seriously. I take it real seriously. I see that as security, as wisdom for security. If you decide that someone is a murderer, they went to prison, served their time, they're out, they don't deserve a job, then you're creating a criminal. Aren't you? If the robber, the killer, the rapist, if these people cannot survive and thrive in their life, and I'm not saying they need to have excess, I'm saying they should retain the right to earn a living, to live. They should be able to feed themselves. Because if we have people who are so targeted and torn apart that they can't even earn to make a living, we make ourselves vulnerable, don't we? We make our kids vulnerable, don't we? That's all I'm saying. We really have to think about it, right? When someone has done something wrong, allow the process to be the process. We don't have, because what happens now to me, the people coming at Tasha K, claiming how wrong she was, are being just as wrong as she was. They're doing the same thing. The same way she was going at Cardi B that everybody's saying was so wrong is the same thing they're doing to her. So if you're doing to her that which she did to Cardi B, how can you have any moral ground above her or any moral standing above her when you're both doing the same thing? Let the punishment fit the crime. She's already facing the consequence. And I don't believe in this thing, and I can tell Tasha K does not believe in it either, this thing where you should look like your problems. I think people are even upset that she doesn't look, it's like she's not looking sad enough and dilapidated and drained, and she doesn't look like she's suffering enough. Cardi B is a public figure. And to me, in my opinion, I think worse has been said about her. And I didn't hear about a lawsuit. The whole thing with the STI that Tasha K spoke about, I've heard people talk about her having incidences with men. To me, those that they were saying, whether true or lie, I don't know, right? But I'm just saying, to me, those were worse. When they were saying about how she robbed men and whatever, I even saw someone did some interview or whatever. I just thought, you put yourself in a position. But what I'm saying is, the way we're coming at Tasha K, I've heard worse things said about Cardi B. Where are the lawsuits for that? You know what I mean? So I'm just saying you're a public figure. It kind of comes with the territory. I'm not saying it's right. I don't think it's okay. But it comes with the territory. So all I'm saying is that's why you filed your lawsuit. You filed a lawsuit, you won. She's paying. I don't see any report of a payment being missed. And Tasha K even talked about that on her platform. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying people should not be disappointed with Tasha K. I'm not saying that they shouldn't say she should not have done it, but I'm just saying to the extent that we're talking about her kids not going to college, as though you want to bleed her. For what? You're coming for blood. For what? You already got, so I'm saying, I'm not just saying not to come because you shouldn't come. I'm saying when we do that, there are also consequences for us. There will be consequences for Cardi B if these are things she's really sitting down saying about Tasha K's kids. And when we're having this commentary, we have to bear those things in mind. Consequences come to us all of us, not just Tasha K. So I just think we should be conscious of it and be mindful that we don't want to put in the minds of young people that they should be so timid that they make no mistakes. They should be so careful and so cautious that they can't even grow, evolve, break through glass ceilings. Yeah, Tasha K's risks cost her, but they're also bringing blessings to her. And I'm so happy for the promotion that she's getting, for the new job and the new opportunities she's getting, because I prayed for it like 2 days before I saw it, the thing. I'm very happy for it because I just thought it was so unfair. She's already paying the consequences. I don't think her kids need to get involved into this. I don't think she needs to bleed. I don't think she should become desolate, homeless. What are we doing? Let the punishment fit the crime and know when you've won. Cardi B won. Cardi B won. And this is not me telling Cardi B to shut up either. I'm just saying we ought to be mindful that consequences come to us all. So what does it mean to mature? Right? And why are so many women being told that the goal is, oh, I'm so sorry, we're on to the next one. Before we go to the next, so we're going to the next clip now, but I'm just saying, let us make sure that we are mindful that consequences come to us all for whatever we do. And I think when you're a victim of something, maintain that position. Try not to evolve into a perpetrator because you become the very thing you despise, the very thing that hurt you. You're now paying it forward. That's all I'm saying, because we have to know when we've won, and I think Cardi B has won. So there's no need to talk about Tasha K's kids. There's no need, and I also have this thing that I feel too, that let things be fair. No, it's okay. She's on a payment plan. Let her be in a payment plan. Again, we want to encourage young people to try. Yeah, we want them to explore, expand themselves. That's what business is about. Tasha K has a story that young Black girls need to hear. We don't want to kill our soldiers because they made a mistake. We want to lift them up. We want to work with them as they do their self-work. We're not going to pat them on the back when they do something wrong. No. But they don't need to be decimated. Anyway, another story I'd like to another clip. Sorry, there's a clip from TikTok that I'd love to comment on. So let's go to that now.
That little stomach, them thighs, them little love handles. Don't be insecure about that. That's grown woman weight. That weight don't make you less attractive. It make you real. You been through life. You're not supposed to look 19. You're supposed to look like a grown woman, because that's what you are. Plus size babe, plus size boo. I don't know about them, but this for you.
Oh man, I might end up having copyright, whatever, but that's okay. It was worth it. I thought this was important to talk about because even today, I was still listening to reports of young kids or young ones being targeted and sexually exploited. And it is something that's important to me. This, what he said in here, when he said, you're supposed to look like a grown woman. You're supposed to look like a grown woman. Let's talk about expectations, identity, appearance, and who gets to define what maturity looks like. This TikTok clip that I'm reacting to raises an interesting question. What does it mean to mature as a woman? And why are so many women being told that the goal is to remain forever young? Now, let me be clear, there's nothing wrong with being youthful. That's what I'll say. Nothing is wrong with being youthful or looking or to glow, or I don't know what they're looking for. I don't know. For me, I want to look like myself. I want to look like me, whatever that's worth. Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with looking youthful. There's nothing wrong with wanting to feel young, and by that I mean strong, capable, flexible. Yeah. But youth is not a look. Youth is an age. Youth is not a look. It is an age. Yeah, I kicked the thing. Sorry. Right? Being young is not a look. And like sometimes persons say to me, oh, you look so young. No. I look like me. Being young is not a look, it's an age. And we really need to get into that. We really, really, we need to step into that. Youth is an age, not a look. And because I think that thing making it a look is a dangerous concept. And personally, research doesn't show, but me personally feel that that is coloring how men approach sexuality. That's my personal opinion. And that's why I'm talking about this topic. Eventually, every child becomes an adult. Every young woman becomes a mature woman. Why is it a man gets to age gracefully? A man gets more handsome the more he ages. I think a woman becomes more beautiful or gorgeous or whatever you want to call it, more full. She fattens as she ages, is how I feel. Just like every other thing, like the fruits get better when they age and they ripen. The riper the fruit, the sweeter the juice, they say. The sweeter the juice, right? That's what they say. So why does that not apply when it comes to women? The question isn't whether we age. The question is whether we learn to celebrate it. And here are 5 reasons maturing as a woman is something to celebrate. Increased confidence. Research consistently shows that many women report becoming more comfortable with themselves as they age. With maturity often comes greater self-acceptance and less dependence on external validation. And that is a plus for women, but I also think it's the thing that works against us sometimes. Like, as I listen to dialogue, even listening to men, it's as though they think confidence is a threat. Number 2, wisdom comes from experience. All of these positive things somehow becomes weaknesses when it comes to the opposite sex. How? Why? Doesn't make sense. A mature woman has lived through successes, mistakes, heartbreaks, victories, disappointments, and growth. Wisdom is earned. You cannot shortcut experience. Number 3, stronger identity. Many younger women are still discovering who they are. Maturity often brings greater clarity about values, boundaries, relationships, priorities, and purpose, which is why when you want to hire a woman for like a job or something where you want it to excel, you don't go for young, you go for mature. So why does that not apply when it comes to beauty standards and sexuality? Number 4, greater emotional stability. That's actually when they're ready for relationships. For those who are looking for successful relationships. Life experiences help many women develop resilience, discernment, and emotional regulation that cannot be purchased or imitated. And number 5, freedom from constant performance. Research on aging and body image suggests many women become less controlled by beauty expectations as they move through different life stages. Now, the bigger cultural question: if society constantly tells women that beauty means looking younger, and remember what we said, young is not a look, it's an age. But if society continues constantly tells women that beauty means look younger, what message does that send about adulthood? What message does it send about maturity? What message does it send about women who naturally age? Researchers have documented how ageism and beauty standards often place a higher value on youthful appearance while treating visible aging as something to hide or correct. Now, the childhood connection. Another concern, and this is my concern, raised by researchers is that highly sexualized beauty ideals often emphasize traits associated with youthfulness. That's the problem that I have. Because I don't think it's by accident that we're doing this, because I feel like this is only done when it comes to sexuality, attractiveness, which is back to sexuality. That's when I think it happens, and I think that is intentional, and I think that's predatory. It's a predator who looks at it that way. That's my opinion. Becomes predatory, yes. Studies have shown that beauty standards and appearance pressures begin affecting girls at extremely young ages. Some research found girls as young as 3 to 5 years old already placing significant importance on being pretty and attractive. I've heard persons say, well, you look so old for your age. How you look like saying like a child looks grown. Young is not a look. It's an age. Young is not a look. It's an age. Researchers have also documented how social media and highly sexualized beauty imagery can contribute to body dissatisfaction, unrealistic appearance expectations, and pressure among adolescents. Why would any man want to be with a child or someone who is childlike? Something's wrong with that. No? This does not mean youthful appearance causes harmful behavior, but it does raise an important question. Are we teaching society to appreciate youth, or are we teaching society to worship youth? And I'll say this. Are we teaching society to sexualize young? Because that's where I have the problem. Because when it comes to a job, we're not, unless it's quote unquote modeling, I don't even know what job that is. Unless that's what it is, they're looking for mature people. So why wouldn't you do that for relationships? I feel like it's an agenda. I think it's intentional. Why would you want to confuse the mind about youthfulness and maturity? Why would we want to do that? There's a thing called sensory adaptation where after a while, it's like, I think what happens to men after a while, men who hyper focus on this youthful beauty thing, I think after a while they can't even tell the difference. I think that is the reason, because there's a serious issue, according to the research, according to the reports, a serious issue of pedophilia that is being experienced right now. Kids are going missing. The whole Epstein Island thing. There's a problem. And I think it's because we've constantly been having this conditioning that sexy is young. And there's so much more to dig into after, beyond, under that whole thing. Sexy is young. Fertility. Purity. All that we've been conditioning. How are we conditioning ourselves, or men, our women, because women do it too? How are we conditioning our minds for sexuality, for sexual attraction? Does that not matter? Isn't it dangerous to confuse young and mature, especially considering the impact that could have on one's mind when it comes to sexuality? Isn't that dangerous? Because I think it is. I don't even care for youthful appearances. What is that? These words we use. Do you look like yourself? I think that's what's important. Do you look like yourself? Do you feel like yourself? You're too fat. You're too skinny. You're too this. You're too that. So surface level. So meaningless. Isn't it? Oh, well, maybe it's because I'm fat and ugly why I feel this way. I don't know. But I like my fat and ugly. I look like me, so I'm good with it. I love how I look, because when I look at me, I see the person that I know me to be. Grown, confident. I know who I am. Yes. And this is the version of me that I want to experience in a relationship, because the version of me that was not confident, that did not know myself, did not love myself, I would not want to see that girl in a relationship. She would have nothing to offer but insecurity. Where's the fun in that? Anyway, are we teaching society to appreciate youth, or are we teaching society to worship youth? Because those are not the same thing. Aging is not a failure. Maturity is not a downgrade. Again, we're only having these discussions when it comes to sexuality, because we don't feel that way about the fruits. We don't feel that way about our stocks when it starts growing, our money when it starts growing and maturing. We don't feel that way. Growing older does not reduce a woman's value. To me, it increases it. A child should be allowed to be a child, and there should be no comparison, especially in the area of attractiveness. There should be no comparison with an adult and a child. Youth is not a look, it's an age. So you don't look young. You either are young or you're not. A young woman should be allowed to be young, and a mature woman should be allowed to mature without feeling pressured to compete with her younger self. And I think a woman who's competing with her younger self is a woman who's trapped at a certain age. She's not maturing. She's not growing. No, I don't think any self-loving woman wants to look 12. Look 12, because youth is not a look. 12 years old is not a look. It's an age. But in today's world, look 12, but be 55. Why? To me, that is the absence of self-love. There are issues, there's psychological issues there, in my opinion. There are mental issues there. It's something going on upstairs. Because who are you trying to look like a kid for? And why would you want to look like a kid for them? And doesn't it make you sick that they would want you to look like a kid? Especially if sex gets into the conversation. Youth is an age. Maturity is an achievement. Young is to be protected, not sexualized. Young is to be protected, not sexualized. And that brings us to the end of Allegedly for today. I'm Coach Racquel. Please stick around. We're going now to Unbox Solutions with me, our next segment. All right? Oh, there's a comment. Let's go to the comments. Oh, hello, next level shopper. I know this person. He said, when it comes to youthfulness, there ought to be barriers. I agree. Certain lines simply should not be crossed, period. And you're correct. You're absolutely correct. But this is it, right? Well, let me ask you this. What do you think about the statement, young is not an age, is not a look, it's an age? If you're still there, next level shopper, what do you think about that? Do you agree with that? And also, right here where you say, where you said, when it comes to youthfulness, there ought to be barriers. Can you explain a little bit? What kind of barriers are we talking about? Are we talking about at a certain, I'm not sure, what barriers? Are you still there? Or you're gone? But thank you for your comment. Thank you so much. That is at Next Level Shopper. Support this person, please. Thank you so much for your comment. But yes, there should be barriers. I think the barrier should be that's an interesting one. Barriers, right? Because what are we going to say? You should not be. For example, the clothes size you wear, the way your body looks. Well, I'm not sure what would be the barriers. Let me see. What kind of barriers can be set to protect youthfulness, to protect youth. Let me put youth. Let's see what comes up here. It's interesting what comes up. 6 key barriers to children's rights and well-being. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, this is a different thing. But it's an interesting comment. Thank you for your comment. I would have liked to know when you say barriers, what do you mean? I would have loved to hear that. What do you mean exactly when you say there should be barriers? Is it where we're saying that we should prevent adults from entering youth spaces or claiming youth positions? What exactly, when you say barriers, what exactly do you mean? I would have loved to have heard a little more about that. But thank you so much for your comment, and I totally agree with you for whatever it's worth. There should be barriers. I think, yeah, that's something I think I'd like to read up some more on. Anyway, we're going to move on now to our next segment. And thank you so much for that comment at Next Level Shopper.
Welcome to Unboxing Solutions, where we unwrap more than packages, we unwrap possibility. Every tool you see is chosen with care, purpose, and real-life use in mind. If what you create deserves to be opened, explored, and put to work, this is that space.
All right, this is Unbox Solutions with me. And let's get the right everything up here. There we go. Yes. This is Unbox Solutions with me. Thank you for staying with us. This has been Refresh, Relax, Renew. So far, I'm Coach Racquel, and now we are going to today's unboxing. And today I'm unboxing a couple of things. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Was that loud in your ears too? It was so loud in mine. All right. So today we have two Amazon packages, I believe. Yes, two Amazon packages that we're unboxing. Small products, real solutions. So today we're unboxing, and you see the first thing I'm doing is removing my name tags. Never dump your packages with your name tag and your personal data on it. Always remove your personal information, all right? So today we're unboxing several affordable products that solve everyday issues or problems or challenges. Because sometimes better living isn't about spending more, it's about finding better tools. So the featured products today, and we opened that one already. Yes. And always check to make sure your packages are completely empty, because I ended up dumping some stuff one day and I still regret it. Now, this right here is okay, we're opening the next package. Let's go to the next package and then we'll tell you what's in them. All right. I love the sound of ripping it apart. Yeah. All right. Yes. Empty. Totally empty. Make sure you check that you're not dumping anything that was not garbage. All right. So the first thing we're opening here is Joyclub Sublimation t-shirts. I think it's 3 white t-shirts. So we're not opening it yet. And this is face mask, Skin 2.0 Hyaluronic acid and collagen sheet masks. I've used it. I like it. Not sure what it does, but I like it. It keeps my face really cool. I'm not sure what happened after. And this is the dental floss, Razoko coconut oil dental floss. Really, really love them because they're thread. It's threads. So that's the first thing we're opening is threaded floss. And I love thread floss. I don't like the plasticky one. It cuts my gums. So this one I really like because I feel like it grabs the stuff, you know. So yeah, so it's the Razoko coconut oil dental floss. Really like it. There it is. And then you're dumping the garbage. What's next? What are we opening next? All right. Okay, so this is the 7-in-1 USB hub. I'm actually using it right now. Right now, I have my mic plugged into it. My 2 lights are plugged into it as well. That's 1, 2, 3 things, yes. And then I plug it into the computer. Really very, very useful. Very useful. And you can plug it. It has the C. It has the USB, the C plug, the plug for your Mac, and it also has the USB for your Android, not Android, for your desktop or whatever. You can use it for Apple and the other computers. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I'm using it right now. It's really, really good. Works perfectly. So that's the 7-in-1 USB hub. Nice. What's next? Right. This is the STRN toilet bowl freshener system. Really like it. I actually like it in the tank, but I also use it. You can use it in the bowl. I use it there too. It's just that when you put it in the tank, it dissolves faster, but I just love the color and I love the scent. And I like that it's 3 of the balls that goes in one of it. And it comes with, each of them come with a hook. Girl, show us what you're doing. That's me, by the way. We're opening it. So you can see what it looks like. I really, really like them. They really keep the toilet fresh. Really does. And this is not a sponsored video. This is just my daily solutions that I usually share with you. And there's another thing that I use with my toilet too that I really, really like. I think you'd have seen me pull it before. Is the tablet. The tablet that you drop in the no, the tablet you can put it in the tank of the sink. It dissolves slower. But this, when I put it in, it was gone like in 2 days because I really like it in there, but it dissolves too quickly. That's what it looks like. There are like three of them, three balls in one of the thing. So it's best to put it in the on the inside of the toilet bowl. So each time it flushes, you smell it. It smells really. Oh, it's four of them in it. Yeah, and it has this nice color that I really like. I was doing it wrong. That's not how it's done. Yeah, but I really like it. I think I got it eventually. Come on, let's go. I put it in the wrong place. Actually, that part, the thing that you hang, the hook, you put it in the middle. Yeah, in the middle, and it's horizontal, not vertical. So we've opened the toilet bowl freshener, the USB hub, the dental floss, and now we're going to the t-shirts. These are the white t-shirts. What I really like about these t-shirts, they're very cool, but I wished I had gotten a larger size. It fits small. It fits small. I got another comment here. Some pretty cool products. Yes, indeed. Hello at Next Level Shopper. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me. Can I say who you are? It's so nice to have you here. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is some pretty cool products, especially the floss is a good one, really, really good one. If you're someone who has your tender gums like me, I don't like to use the plasticky one because I don't like when it cuts me, like when that feeling that you feel against the gum. I don't like that feeling. So I like the threaded one. And also, another reason I like the thread and the fact that they put coconut oil in it. Coconut oil is healthy for your gums, for your what do they call it? They call it coconut rinsing. I haven't done that in a while. But they have this thing that you do, the coconut rinsing, really, it really works. And so I love that the dental floss has coconut in it. That's a t-shirt. I love the t-shirts that fit very well, but I'm a big girl, and I wouldn't call it curves. I'd call it podges or lumps. So for me, I like things loose fitting personally. So, but the softness of the t-shirts, they are so soft, and it keeps you cool. I don't know if that's because of the color, but it keeps you really cool. But what I was saying about the floss is, these floss, it's not a promotion or anything, but it's really, really good because for me, when I use the floss that is plasticky, and it's not plastic, but that's the only way I know how to describe it. It doesn't remove everything from between my teeth. When I use the thread, and usually when I use it, I double it. And then I wiggle it around so that the things that are that in between my teeth or under the gum can come out. So that's why I love to use the thread, because it's more effective. It's proven to be more effective. Now, this is the face mask. I've used one so far, and it was pretty cool. I used it because the day was really hot, and I wanted my face to cool down. To be honest with you, I don't know what it did besides keeping my face cool. Because I didn't pay attention enough to really figure out what it's supposed to do. And then I haven't used all of them either. I just used the one so far. I'm not a beauty person. Like right now, I'm not wearing any makeup or anything. I just have some I use coconut oil. It's the oil that I put on my face. And there's this little shiny thing that I put on it as well. I did tonight. And it got away because I was really putting it on my hands and my chest, but then, I had to rub my face afterwards. But I'm not a girly girl in that. Well, I think I am a girly girl, but I'm not good with makeup and things. I think because of how I grew up, I didn't have access to those things. So, and I don't like makeup and stuff on my face. I like to manage the sweat if I'm doing something, like taking photos or whatever. But I'm not really what I like is, I like experiences like massage, or if like I get like a deep face, like a deep cleaning, stuff like that. I don't necessarily like packing things on top of it. I don't like to feel heavy, even on my skin. Even with lotion, I prefer to use oils than creams. That's just me. I prefer to use no soap than to use soap. I just don't like having solutions, or not solutions, but things on my skin. That makes my skin feel happy. Anyway, so that's what we were unboxing for today. Thank you at Next Level Shopper. Next Level Shopper, shop that your thing sounds very close to my unboxing segment. So thank you for that. Thank you so much. Now we are going to go to our next segment, which is our final segment, and this is our grants. I'm going to be sharing. It's Free Money Wednesdays. Let me open it. We're going now to Free Money Wednesday, so let's go. Thank you so much for staying with me. Again, this is my second live. I'm running this whole thing by myself, but it's such fun to me, Yeah. So let's go.
This is Free Money Wednesdays, where funding meets vision. Access becomes strategy, the fastest way to get attention. Apply for funding that lets them see your brand in motion. If you're building something worth backing, visibility starts here.
All right. Thank you so much for staying with us. It's now time for Free Money Wednesdays, and we are about to start there. I had an interesting conversation with someone who's close to me today. The person reached out to me and was like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know that people who are on social media, YouTube and those, I didn't realize they were making so much money. They're making a lot of money." So like, I didn't know they were getting so much money. I'm like, no, they're not getting any money. They're earning their money. They're putting in work. This is content creation. I'm putting in work. It's fun work. But anyway, so why am I talking about that? Because one of our topics or the main topic for today's Free Money Wednesdays is monetizing your lifestyle. I've been talking about this since 2009. People used to call me crazy. I've been told so many times, "What are you doing? What is that thing you're doing on the internet? What is that thing?" Yeah, right. So monetizing your lifestyle, I believe wholeheartedly in that. Let me tell you, I think that we should study ourselves to learn who we are at our laziest, what we enjoy doing at our laziest. And that's what we should build a business around. That's what I think. We should build a business around the lifestyle we seek, the lifestyle we enjoy, the lifestyle we desire. That's how we should build our business. That's what I've managed to do, or I'm trying to do and still doing, right? Now, for years, many people treated content creation like a hobby. Today, it has become one of the fastest growing business sectors in the world. Let's talk about why. Now, before we even get into that, let's be honest with ourselves. Whose content are we talking about? Are we shocked that it's making money? Because is it that we didn't know, or we're not really paying keen attention? Because the media business has been a big business. We've known about news for a long time. News companies, advertisers, that's content creating. In every business we do, we're creating content. No? A business plan, a business email is content. Content has been oil for the longest. That's why the English language was created. Content. No? Anyway, I want to share with 10 facts about content creation as a wealth pathway. Well, let me just open something so that I just flow right to it when it's time. I get really, like, I think let me tell you what I think it is. It's mindfulness. I think when people hear content creation, I don't think they quite understand or understand how it connects. Because even when I was speaking, it was one of my sisters I was speaking with today, my baby sister. She has to just adjust to me calling her my baby sister. She's grown, but she's still my baby sister. Anyway, but I was talking to her, and she sounded surprised. Like, she's like, "I didn't know," but I'm like, but the thing is, right, we're consuming. So I asked her this question. I said, who do you think would invest billions to create spaces for you to speak for free? If nothing is there, if they're not, who would do that without the hope or the expectation of receiving interest, return on investment? So you really should ask yourself, why would people build social spaces? They spend billions to build these social spaces, and you think they build them for what? Nothing? They just want to waste their money because you're using it for free. So you think, oh, well, the reason you get it for free is because they're selling your content and they're trading it. You get to use it for free, and they get to make money from your use of it. There's no such thing as something for nothing. No such thing. And I had to ask my baby sister. I asked her, have you ever seen me make a post and I don't tag my business, my brands in it? She said, no. I said, exactly. That's why I have digital platforms myself, digital spaces myself. So when I go to the spaces where I don't pay, I direct people to my spaces. So all of the persons who are on social spaces, what are you using it for? Do you think you're just putting out your content and that's it? Nobody cares? You've got to ask yourself, why would they spend? TikTok was sold. Do you know how much TikTok was sold for? Why do you think that they just like to see people talk? Is that why you think they spend so much money buying TikTok? Media is power, mass communication. Imagine a space where you're able to see into the minds of millions of people across the world. That is money. That's advertising. That's market research. Anyway, let's go through 10 facts about content creation as a wealth pathway. Number 1, the creator economy is now valued at above 200 billion globally and continues to grow rapidly. And I'm telling you, if you just stop and become mindful, that must be. Number 2, the creator economy. Let me say this because I want you to think. Right? Content creation. It's a creation. Anything that's created can be considered a product. Anything that you're creating, that's production. Why wouldn't it be monetizable or something you can trade? You know what I mean? Especially in the space where you're already happy. And as I was saying to my baby sister, the difference between those who are making money and those who are just there hanging out for free is intention, strategy, investment. But mostly intention, I think. Are you using it with intention? Are you strategic about it? Are you mindful in your use of social media? Or I call it social technology. Media is always money. Books, media. Television, media. Videos, music, media. Media is money. Anyway, the creator economy is projected to reach hundreds of billions more within the next decade. It's not going down, it's going up. Number 3, more than 200 million people worldwide identify as content creators. Number 4, roughly 50 million creators operate professionally on professionally or semi-professionally. Over 2 million creators reportedly earn 6-figure incomes from their content business. That's number 5. YouTube sponsorship activity increased dramatically in 2025 as brands shifted spending towards creators. Number 7, that was number 6. Brands increasingly view creators as a primary, listen to this, as a primary advertising channel rather than an experimental one. There's something I shared within my network the other day where I'm sharing with persons like your YouTube, even commenting, should be strategic. It should be intentional, right? Number 8, today's creators earn from multiple streams, including ads, affiliate marketing, sponsorships, memberships, digital products, courses, consulting, books, and merchandise. And guess what happens, right? There's no loss when it comes to content. Even if you have a channel that is not monetized, that have 10 subscribers, there's so many things you can do with it. There's so many things, there's so much purpose for it. Yes. And doing content creation does not mean you abandon everything else you do. It's about building an ecosystem. But that's another thing. Number 9, major creator rankings show creators collectively earning hundreds of millions annually. And number 10, content creation has evolved into a legitimate business sector recognized by major brands, investors, media companies, and governments worldwide. And they had to acknowledge it because they had no choice. Wherever attention goes, money flows. When a teacher goes to a school and goes to a classroom to teach, that's media. It's just that that media is contained to a select group of people, but it's still media. They're delivering content. When you pick up the phone and you're on a phone call, that is content. It's content is information. It's the information business, right? It's dialogue. It's engagement. It's anything and everything. All right, so I just want us to get into the mindfulness of all of this so we don't lose opportunities that are sitting right before us. It's not about leaving what you're doing to go do something different. It's learning how to build an ecosystem where you can marry all the things that you do. You can harmonize. I say consolidate, collaborate, monetize. If we could, and that is the reason unity is such a big thing. It's about networking. It's about coming together to do something with a group of people with whom you share vision, value, and investment and interests, right? It's endless. There will never be a time when entertainment does not generate an income because you will always have attention. People will always pay attention, and where attention goes, money flows. All right, now that we've talked about that, I added it to my thing because of the conversation I had with my sister. It wasn't really planned or anything, but after I had the conversation with her, she was so shocked. I'm sitting there like, and this is the thing, right? One of the things that I've learned is, do we know whose company or whose ears we have? Because I think oftentimes the people who are closest to us, I don't know if it's proximity. I don't know if they're so close to us that we can't see their value. We can't see anything, see what they're doing. I was listening to my sister talk about other people, and I'm sitting here like, well, I'm a content creator. You know what I mean? So I shared with her one of my websites again, and I'm like, that's my website, but I think sometimes when you're close to someone, it's like you don't even, do we know who we have access to? Do you know who's sitting in front of you? Do you know who the person next to you are? Do you know who they are? What they're good at, what they're capable of, what they do, how they do it? So if we could really learn and understand who we have access to, we would be amazed that the things we could get done and what we could achieve. Because I sat and I'm listening to my sister get so shocked that I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm a content creator. It was just so funny. So I thought, you know what, let me include it in my script for today. Yeah, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Now we're going to go over to our grants now. So speaking of monetizing your lifestyle, let's look at this month's June's grants and funding opportunities, because not every opportunity comes from customers. Some opportunities come from preparation. And this is it, right? When I hear persons talk about content creator, and she said she didn't know they get money. I said, no, they don't get money. They earn money. You see, even to entertain is work. Like, I'm here, I'm running all the setup myself. You get to see me. I'm not in the dark, so I have lights. I have to invest in lights. It's just that I love what I do so much that I'm happy to do it. I love it. I love what I do, you know? So when you love what you do, that's why I said you have to build an ecosystem so you can see, how do I bring together the things that bring me joy so that I can monetize them? And who do I need to bring with me, because I'm going to need support? I have something that I call the 8 circles framework, where you have your income streams, but you need your service support network around that, so you don't become overwhelmed. Because you can become overwhelmed even when you're doing something you really, really are passionate about and you really, 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 really love, right? Anyway, we're now going to go to the grants for today. Can you still see me? I am there. Yes, I'm there. Yes, I am. All right, Racquel, calm down. Yeah, I'm in my element. Yeah. So let's go here. All right. So when to get to access my blogs, all you have to do is go to my website. That is mycoachministry.com. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see. Yeah, mycoachministry.com. And you just scroll all the way down. Exciting. You can just browse all the exciting things. I have some music stuff that I recently started doing. Fantastic. Like, I'm telling you, I love producing music. Like, I love producing music. And I did not even know that. I know I love music. I've always known I love music. Music is my best friend. But I didn't know how much I didn't know how much I would enjoy making this music. And again, it's because I love creating content. Right? Media is my first degree. Well, I started a second degree that is incomplete, but that was also media. So this is not something people just happen to land on. It takes actual effort, energy, investment, for that to happen. So here we are, 4 days ago. So I think this is June 2026. Here we are, Essential Global Grants, and this is for June. Let me bring it up right in front of me. For June, right? All right, let's get there. All right, so the essential global grants for entrepreneurs and change makers in 2026. That's June 2026, this month, right? Yes, so June is a critical month for entrepreneurs, nonprofits, creatives, educators, and change makers seeking funding and scholarships. We also have another space where you can click on, just go on there, click scholarships, and you see what the scholarships that are available now, right? All right, so grant listing roundup for June 2026. Many high impact grants, fellowships, and innovation prizes have deadlines this month. Hold on. Offering real chances to secure resources that can accelerate projects and careers. This roundup focuses on live opportunities with deadlines in June 2026, especially those closing within the next 30 days. It also highlights scholarships tailored for Jamaicans, and as I said, you can go. There's another page where you can go to get that information. And so now we're going to go through, and so here we are. First, I'm going to share with you the urgent deadlines. All right. So these opportunities close within the next 30 days and require immediate attention. Zaid Sustainability Prize 2026. You can see it. All right. Deadline June 15. The award amount is up to $600,000 per winner. Who can apply? Nonprofits, companies, and individuals working on sustainability, geographic eligibility, global, including Caribbean, Africa, US, UK, Canada. So this is a good one for my audiences, right? This prize rewards innovative solutions in sustainability, including energy, water, food, health, and global high schools. It supports projects that demonstrate measurable impact and scalability. UNDP Jamaica So Just Mediation Call, deadline June 20, 2026. Award amount 50,000, between 50,000 and 150,000, and NGOs can apply, community groups and mediation practitioners. This one is the eligibility is Jamaica, funding for initiatives that promote social justice through mediation and conflict resolution in Jamaican communities. Then we have the ways lists, ways lists, lists, lists. Global Citizen Award 2026, June, the deadline is June 25, 2026. Award amount is 100,000. Who can apply? Social entrepreneurs and change makers. And this one, geographic eligibility is global. And the summary, it recognizes individuals of organizations making significant contributions to social change with a focus on innovative approaches to global challenges. Then we have global innovation and sustainability. These programs support projects that drive innovation and sustainable development worldwide. So you have develop, PPPP, develop ventures ideas competition, deadline June 30, the amount up to 100,000 euros. Who can apply? Startups and SMEs with innovative business ideas. And where the located geographic eligibility, Africa, Caribbean, Latin America. This one supports early stage ventures that contribute to sustainable development goals through innovative products or services. And there's another one, develop classic program. This one, the deadline is June 30, 2026. Award amount up to 1 million euros. Who can apply? Established companies and NGOs. Geographic eligibility, Africa, Caribbean, and Latin America. For this one, this one funds partnerships that promote sustainable economic development and social progress in developing countries. Then you have the EU LAC Digital Accelerator. The deadline for this is June 28, 2026. Amount award between 50,000 to 200,000 euros. Who can apply? Digital startups and tech innovators. Content creators? Well, in the same ball field, but anyway, digital startups and tech innovators. Geographic eligibility, European Union, Latin America, Caribbean. And this one supports digital transformation projects that enhance connectivity, digital skills, and innovation ecosystems. Africa and Caribbean opportunities. Funding calls focused on supporting growth and development in Africa and in the Caribbean. Partnership engage grants. That one, the deadline is June 22. Award amount between 25,000 to $75,000. Who can apply? Canadian organizations partnering with African or Caribbean groups. Geographic eligibility, Africa, Caribbean, Canada. Right. Now, this one supports short-term projects that build partnerships and address development challenges, right? Now we're going to the TSAP, that's Technology Solutions for African Progress. Deadline June 18. Award amount $100,000. Who can apply? African tech startups and innovators. Geographic eligibility, Africa. And this one funds technology solutions that improve health, education, and economic opportunities. And now we're going over to the UK, Canada, and US funding calls. All right, opportunities available to applicants based in or connected with these countries. So you have the Future Leaders Fellowship. The deadline for that one is June 27. Award amount £150,000. Who can apply? Early career researchers and professionals. The geographic eligibility, UK, with some international eligibility. This one supports emerging leaders working on research or projects with societal impact. And then we have the National Endowment for Democracy, NED rolling grants. And by rolling, it means it comes around from time to time, maybe month to month or quarter to quarter, So the deadline is rolling. In a lot of cases, rolling means month to month, monthly. In some cases, is quarterly. The award amount varies. Who can apply? NGOs and civil society organizations, CSOs, and then the geographic eligibility is global, including Caribbean and Africa. And this one provides ongoing support for initiatives promoting democracy and human rights. And then we're going to talk about the rolling and continuous opportunities. These grants and scholarships accept applications year round or have flexible deadlines. So it's not by rolling, it's not once and that's it. So you have the Inter-American Foundation, IAF grants. That's rolling, award amounts between $25,000 to $100,000. Who can apply? Grassroots organizations. Geographic eligibility, Latin America and the Caribbean. Summary. So this one supports community-led development projects that involve livelihoods and social inclusion. Then you have the National Endowment for Democracy, another one. And this one is for civil society groups and activists. This one is global, and this one funds projects that strengthen democratic institutions and human rights worldwide. Now, before you apply, maximize your chances by following these 5 smart tips. I never tell you what to do, but I share information, and you can choose what you use. So check eligibility carefully before starting your application to avoid wasted effort. Prepare documents early, including references, transcripts, and project plans. Watch deadlines closely and submit your application well before the cutoff date. Use official source links. So for example, if you visit a site, you click on one that sends it to another, make sure when you read to see, is this the origin of the grant? Is this the original source, right? And for all these grants that I'm listing, sharing with you, you can come to my website. In the comment section, you can leave a comment to say, I would like the link for this, or whatever the case may be. If you're a member of my network already, if you're part of the Calm Collective, you can easily go into one of the groups and just ask for it, all right? If you need more information or whatever, because we provide that kind of support to you. Watch deadlines carefully and submit your application well before the cutoff date. Use official source links, we said that already. And then the final one, avoid scams by never paying fees upfront or sharing sensitive personal information outside official channels. Move with wisdom, all right? And like I said, you can become a member of the Calm Collective to access our complete grant list for June 2026. As a matter of fact, my members are able to enjoy access to the full to grant listing for the entire year of 2026 because it has been made available in spaces where they should be. All right, so we have come to the end of this one. All right, so that is those are our grants for today. They're on the website. You can just go there, you can check them out. They're there, as you can see on the screen, right there. Yeah, and we do this every month. So on the first of every month, we publish a new set of grants with their deadlines that are available, because money is out there, free money. Like someone was saying, grants are not free money. It is free money because, of course, when you have agreements or partnerships, there are certain requirements and obligations to based on what you're doing. But this is why I say again, in the beginning of this segment, what did I talk about? How to monetize your lifestyle. Don't just seek funding for some random business. Organize your lifestyle around your business, and you can literally get money to fund it. Because once it's what you're actually doing, you're already doing it. So it is free money. Because, for example, when someone decides to sponsor, if someone, let's say someone decides to fund this podcast, I was going to do the podcast anyway, right? Yeah, I was doing my podcast anyway. Anyways, I just want to say thank you so much for staying with me today. Oh my gosh, it's been such a pleasure being here with you. You know what? I'm actually enjoying the lives. Yeah, I am. It's fun. It's fun. Yeah. And now that we've come to the end of the show, I just want to say, let me make sure I did not leave anything out. No. Well, thank you for joining me today. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Refresh, Relax, Renew. Today, we talked about accountability, we talked about rebuilding, we talked about tools, we talked about opportunities, and hopefully we were reminded that our future is not determined by where we start. It is determined by what we do next. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, keep building. But before I say goodnight, here is something to think about. There's this clip that I came across, and I thought it was so powerful. I'm actually going to be doing one moment. I'm actually going to be doing an Ask Coach episode with this because I found it so fascinating. So let's go. Hang on. Let's take off this. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Wow, let me put this one. I want to say thank you so much for being here with me. So I'm going to play this clip, and this is what I want to leave you all with. And I want to leave it with you kind of like a question. Even though it's a video, I want you to think about it from the perspective of, what can I do with this information? How can this information, how can it inspire thought? Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Let's go.
I don't need this job.
Oh, so why are you here?
Oh,
I'm
hang on.
here because you need a number.
I love
Why
it.
do you need this job?
I don't need this
need
job.
this job.
Oh, so why are you here?
I'm here because you need an
Like,
employee
of
and I want to help you.
So you are here to help us.
You posted,
Yeah.
I applied, which means you have a need and I'm here to fill it.
Why should we choose you other?
I don't know others and I don't compare. I can only tell you about me.
So why should we hire you?
Because I'm a good fit.
You seem very confident.
I seem accurate.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We are looking for someone with at least 3 years of experience.
So we are not a good fit. I'm disappointed in your choices.
Excuse me?
You're looking for someone who survived the job for at least 3 years, not someone that gets good results.
The experience matters.
Results matter. Experience is just a story we tell before you show the result.
We can take the risk to hire someone with 0 experience.
Which risk is worth taking? Someone with 3 years of habits that you will spend months correcting, or someone with no habits and the ability to learn from yours?
Interesting.
Do you want to hire a past or a future? Because I'm here to grow. If I grow, you grow.
Do you want to hire a past or a future? No, I love this clip. I'm going to finish. I love this clip so much. And that I'm saying, I don't want you to look at this clip as a solution or information or advice, so to speak. I want it to trigger questions in you. Questions.
I'm afraid there is nothing we can do.
I mean professionally.
Oh, that's a good way to see it, yes.
So the question is, do you want to invest in this fresh mindset or in someone else's story?
You convince me. When can you start?
Never.
Never.
You're just not the employer that I'm looking for.
Is it my interview or yours?
Both.
Really?
I had to convince you. You didn't even try to see if I was talented enough for the job.
We said 3 years of experience. That's how it works.
So you focused on who trusted me before you instead of forming your own judgment.
Well, it saves time.
So you let someone else's opinions decide who sits in your company.
Experience is a reference.
You could be the reference and not the referenced.
Then let me be your reference.
Can we speak salary?
Like it said, 45 grand.
You showed me that you put price on time and not value. So I will come if you reevaluate based on the value that I bring.
How much do you want?
How much do you think I'm worth to stay and grow professionally in your company?
50, and that's over 10% raise.
60.
55.
Sustain.
Great. Welcome to McDonald's, sir.
Thank you, but no.
What again?
To be honest, I have an interview tomorrow and I just wanted to practice before.
Oh, my dwarf.
But it wasn't a waste of time. You learned how to be the reference.
I even raised your salary.
Yes, and I will try that tomorrow too. Thank you.
Flabbergasted.
I really just wanted to share this with you. Again, I don't want you to look at it as a solution or like it's telling you what to do. I hope that it inspires you to color outside the lines, expand your mind when it comes to engaging in work. You don't have to be in a box. I'm an employee, you're an employer. We're two people coming together to align ourselves to see how can we bring each other solutions. Right? That really is that really should be the point of a discussion, because I don't even like the word interview. I like discussion. We are trying to explore how we align and how well we can leverage each other's resources, talents and gifts and whatever. Like, I'm just saying, open your mind. Like, where we are in the world now, opportunities are endless. Just don't close your mind or don't allow your mind to become fixed on how things should be, one way, the other way, whatever. Be open, create your own path. This is what I say even to persons when it comes to my thing. I say, listen, look at what I'm doing. I have a prototype. That's my prototype. Examine it, study it, learn it, and figure out, how can I use this one to build my own? You don't need to ask me anything. Everything I have to offer, I've already put it out there. Now that I've put it out there, you see what value is there. Eat the meat, spit out the bone. All right? Anyway, I just want to say to you today, oh my goodness, I want to say to you, thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much to at Next Level Shopper. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. It was my pleasure to be here with you. I look forward to coming back next week live again. I'm actually really getting used to this being live thing. It's not too bad. I thought it would have been a lot more frightening because I don't have the benefit of a me behind the scene. Let me tell you, I wish I could clone myself and hire me. I love the way I serve my clients. Like, I really truly bring them solutions. And it doesn't mean that they get everything they want, but I definitely, when it comes to what I'm hired for, I deliver that. You know what I mean? And I wished that I had the kind of digital expertise in someone else to support me the way I support my customers. But here I am, I'm doing it for me. And I'm just saying, you know, it's really fun. It's fun. And it's not as difficult as I would have thought. It's just that I can be meticulous and even persnickety at times. And I feel like I want things to flow a certain way. I want, you know, things to just be a certain way. I want to avoid glitches and stuff like that. But it's fun being here with myself, just going through this and doing this. So I just want to say thank you so much for staying with me. I'm going to close with the same song that I used at the beginning, but I just want to say thank you so much. So this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to play some messages for you, and then we're going to close out with a song. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. Thank you for your comments. And you can always share questions with me. If you have questions or whatever, I'm here. Let me know, how can I support you? How can I support you? The only thing I can promise you is to give you personal time. Like, I don't like one-on-ones and stuff like that, but I am passionate about creating spaces and opportunities and pooling resources in spaces where persons can access them and get support. So how can I support you? Let me know. Share in the comments. Talk to me. All right, let's go to the messages, and then you won't hear from me again, but we'll hear the song. Oh my gosh, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. All right, let's go to our messages. Where do we start? Let's start here.
Stop guessing. Start managing your people with confidence. If your business is growing, but your HR systems aren't, you're already feeling it. Miscommunication, burnout, turnover, and costly mistakes. The HR Resource Toolkit at sandrinedunkley.com/toolkit is your solution. This toolkit gives you practical HR tools you can use immediately. No fluff, no confusion, just structured, actionable support. Whether you're overwhelmed, under-resourced, or ready to level up, this is where you start. Access the toolkit now. SandrineDunkley.com/toolkit. HIDC, where structure meets strategy. People meet performance.
Women and Men of Excellence Outreach Ministries is a global church without walls. We're serving communities through live services, prayer intervention, and outreach that changes lives. Support our $500 monthly giving drive at WAMOE.org/give. Shop with purpose at faithmerchandise.com, featuring Dr. Faith's Miracle Lemonade. Book Dr. Faith for therapy, speaking, or ministry at drfaithreborn.com. Grow through professional connection and vocational training at theexcelproject.com. Subscribe to our monthly newsletter and follow us on socials at WAMO Ministries. Become a great motivator. Help us empower minds for success in the kingdom of God.
Today, I want to help you think differently about your business. Many entrepreneurs still believe they need a physical office and large team. Your website is your digital headquarters where customers interact with you. Think of your website as the new front desk for customer interactions. Leadership needs to communicate vision and direction in a digital organization. Let's build systems that serve people while making your organization sustainable. Explore how our ecosystem works at mycoachministry.com/ecosystem.
Welcome to the Calm Collective, a digital village for purpose-driven souls. Here, your story matters. Your purpose has space to breathe. And your impact? It grows with community. From healing to strategy, from divine clarity to digital empowerment. We help you transform lived experience into legacy. Join the village. Build boldly. Heal loudly. Rise calmly. This is the Calm Collective. Become a member at mycoachministry.com.
Everyday fitness, peace of mind, moving with purpose, one step at a time. Calm confidence, gentle and true, finding the rhythm that works for you. Everyday fitness, peace of mind, movement without pressure, calm confidence. Love yourself, celebrate life, dance with God, and keep healing your mind. Kelly's Fitness. Kelly's Fitness Adventures. Kelly's Tea House and Blends.
Welcome to Tasty Tea House Moments, a place where tea becomes more than a drink. Here we explore backyard discoveries, Jamaican tea traditions, family memories, and simple moments, one cup at a time. From garden to cup to conversation, this is your tea house moment. Pour, sip, reflect. Tasty Tea House Moments. Real teas, real stories, real moments.
Kelly's Tea House and Blends. Blends bush traditions with cozy ambience, where the prosiness I found abroad meets the warmth I've always known. place my life in your hands. Thank you for the breath inside my lungs, for every blessing this earth provides, for the gardens that feed me, for the rivers that flow, for the love that surrounds me more than I'll ever know. Watch over me, Lord, wherever I go, through the valleys low and the mountains high. Protect me from danger, seen and unseen. Be the light that guides my eyes when the road gets rough and my faith grows thin. Remind me you're still in control. Our Father, Holy Almighty One, keep your hand upon my soul. Protect me from the people I love who may not wish me well. Shield me from the traps and storms that I cannot always tell. From destruction and delay, from misery and fear. Walk beside me every day and help me persevere. Watch over me, Lord, wherever I go, through the valleys low and the mountains high. Protect me from danger, seen and unseen. Be the light that guides my eyes when the road gets rough and my faith grows thin. Remind me you're still in control. Our Father, Holy Almighty One, keep your hand upon my soul. Yeah. Teach me patience, teach me grace, teach me kindness every day. Help me trust your perfect timing even when I lose my way. Open doors that need to open, close the ones not meant for me. Give me strength to do what's right and courage to believe. Provide enough for all my needs and enough to freely share. For my home and health, my travels and dreams, and the burdens that I bear. For emergencies tomorrow, for the blessings yet unseen. Help me build a life of purpose, rooted strong and evergreen. Most of all, Lord, guard my mind, for that's where battles start. Create in me a clean heart and renew my wandering thoughts. Replace my fear with wisdom, replace my doubt with peace. Let the words I speak and thoughts I keep bring favor over me. Watch over me, Lord, wherever I go, through the valleys low and the mountains high. Protect me from danger, seen and unseen. Be the light that guides my eyes when my journey here is over. And I've done all I can do. I'll lift my voice and thank you, Lord, for every prayer you carried through. Our Father, Holy Almighty loving me just as I am.
Welcome to mycoachministry.com. We're on a mission to empower 1 million purpose-driven entrepreneurs, turning calling into currency. Through strategic coaching, we guide visionary leaders, brand elevation, and creative empowerment, helping leaders break barriers and own their identity. Build impactful, wealth-generating brands that echo across generations.